Having music when you want it.
Can you imagine?
It's getting fucked up.
So nice.
I'm gonna love getting
I
behind
can't
the
just
wheel.
wait to see what time it is all the time.
It's one of the things I miss the most.
Music?
Driving.
Oh.
Love driving. Especially when I'm like,
Didn't you just get a new truck?
yeah. It's not like, I don't
But
know.
it's fun to drive a new
Yeah, it
vehicle.
is, but I get new ones all the time, so it's like,
You'll like that Toyota
it's cool for
86?
like, yeah, it's cool for like a couple months and then it wears off. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
as soon as the first thing breaks on it, it's like, oh, there you go.
Not so fun anymore?
I hit the ditch in that new one
Oh.
and I pushed in the rear fender. It probably had like 1,200 kilometers on it.
Oh.
Big logging truck came around the corner and I had to just ditch it or else.
No way.
Yeah, it was brand new.
What, he was like just over in your lane?
Yeah, so I should have had my radio on, but I didn't have, like, they're all radio controlled roads. So you got to call in your kilometers. And I just didn't have it on that morning. I just didn't feel like it. So, and then he came around the corner in the middle of the road and I was like, oh, like he's not moving over because he's huge.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And they can't.
if I put him in the ditch.
And they can't. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know.
He'll roll, right?
Yeah.
They don't even try.
I've seen it happen
They
in
don't
the
even
shoe swap.
try.
I can't even tell you how many times on semis and trucks.
Yeah. So, and this is like, these are dirt roads, right? So it's like super narrow.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just put it in the ditch and I hit a couple trees and then, but he pulled me out and it was fine. But yeah, once you get the first couple scratches on it, you're like, man. who cares?
Totally.
Just, it's a truck.
Yeah.
It's funny because like everybody always talks about like the most dangerous, like, you know, sour gas will kill you and this and that will kill you. It's like the most dangerous part of my job is like driving to work.
Yeah.
Like I've almost had a couple wrecks. Like that's for sure the most dangerous part. If you're a shitty driver.
Oh yeah, semis
you're
are
gonna kill
constantly
yourself.
going too fast by us. They
Oh,
go off
yeah.
the road into the load goes into the lake. It goes all over the highway like it's continuous. Trans-Canada gets shut down between Salmon Arm and Sicamous all the time
Yeah.
because of accidents with semis.
Sticks or six?
Hmm?
Officially you have 5 sticks or 6?
Sticks.
6?
Sticks? Are you talking?
6, like little battery life.
Oh,
Usually
5.
5.
I got the same as you. When was the last time I did battery changes, Morgan? Must have been.
And Jackie did it, and then did you do it?
No, I did one last night.
And Jackie did it.
Was I telling? No, I think I was telling Kevin the other day about the time I had to get helicoptered out of sight.
I didn't hear that one.
These guys.
What'd you do then?
Huh?
What'd you do to do that?
So there's a site like way away. Like it was probably like a 4-hour drive from Edson, and I had like a fucking 2-minute job. And it was like winter access only. The only way you can get in there is either helicopter or in the winter time when everything freezes. So they were like, hey, well, take your truck, load up a side-by-side, like those big like 4-wheel buggies.
Yeah.
And you can just get in there with that. And I'm like, just helicopter me in. I'll be back by noon. And they're like, the helicopter's too expensive. So you got to just drive up there. It'll take all day, but it's cheaper than the helicopter. So drive up there and nobody knows directions. Like nobody can tell me where the site is. Like there's literally no road to this site. Like it's like they give you like coordinates. So you just have to find it.
The GPS.
Yeah, and the only person who knew where it was is the helicopter operator, which wasn't there because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
So I go in there, I get absolutely buried. Like the 4x4 unit is
Over the roof with snow?
it was in the spring, so it was in Muskeg.
Oh.
And like I'm telling you, it was up to the steering wheel.
Like
and,
mud bog.
yeah,
Okay.
broke the winch,
Oh no.
and it was like starting to flood out like from all the water. So either way, and I have no cell service. And I'm stuck in the middle of the forest. I get out, I just start walking, and it was funny because I got stuck maybe like half a kilometer away from the site. I could see it. It was like way up there down a cut line, but I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna go fix this, and then I'll deal with it. Walk up there, fix it. I got service up there because it was at the top of the hill. Called like the helicopter operator. He had to come get me, but like meanwhile we still have this like $25,000
Yeah.
quad stuck. So he tries hooking up to it with his helicopter.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he puts the helicopter, like he parks it in a solid spot, puts a rope on it, and then he flies back. I hook up the helicopter to the quad, and so he's trying to pull in. This is a small helicopter. It's a two-man helicopter.
I know what they
right?
look like.
And the tail end of the helicopter
Is topping.
was starting to get into the muskeg. And I'm like, hey, no, dude, like, we are going to be fucked. Like, if you fuck up, like, $1 million helicopter and, like, freaking. So we sat there. By the luck of freaking some other guy comes ripping around on a quad. And we used his winch.
Yeah.
And he got us out.
Dimitri, please go to the diary room.
But they had to call the helicopter operator anyways. I know I charged him like 16 hours because it took me like I was out there in the dark.
In the dark.
So they
Stuck
paid
in the
me
mud
16
bog.
hours, and they guaranteed they paid that helicopter probably like 10 hours, and he's like I don't know, like $600-700 an hour.
Exactly.
A sucky, boring day.
This whack job.
I feel like your face. It's like, no, but you know when you have that look, it's exactly how
I
I feel. It's
know.
that,
I cannot hide it. I can't be like, oh,
I
what a
know,
great day.
I know, I can't.
It's like my smile on Kevin one yesterday. I was like,
You were like, I love that one! I love that one!
Which one?
No, do it again, do it again.
yay, Kevin Lawrence.
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin.
Yes.
Oh my
Love you,
God, I
Kevin.
love her favorite.
Let's hold Kevin down and I'll pee on
Ned's
him.
Her favorite.
Huh? What?
Your favorite.
Karen's favorite.
I know. I know. I was literally just sitting there like, you know.
And you know what? I
really good
actually
memory all of a sudden.
I actually liked him on his season. That's why when you guys are saying that, no, I thought I'd like these people. I'm thinking, yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
liked him on his season.
It changes, hey, who you thought you would like.
Totally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It is true.
It's so, like, when you guys were saying that, I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I thought, oh, yeah, Kevin, I love him. It's like, oh.
It's true.
Please, do you have to
People
sit
are
at
a
the
lot
table?
different in real life than
Do you
you
have to
think
sit
they'll
at the
be.
table with
Or you
us
get along
now?
better with different people.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, when he's got his socks on with the, no.
I love her.
No.
I know. Yesterday, he was
Oh.
wearing his underwear with his socks, and me and Karen were just like, what are you doing?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. Then he got totally weird, inappropriate
sleeps a lot.
conversation. We're like, we don't want to hear this. Stop
I know.
this.
He
Stop.
sleeps all the time. He's very
I do too,
comfortable.
though, but I just don't get away with it.
No, he's him and this one. All they do is sleep.
I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
Where is he right now?
Probably
Sleeping
sleeping.
somewhere. How?
Oh my God, he drives me insane.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping.
Well,
Can you just an HOH, Karen?
I'm going to try. They haven't. You can see my pathetic performances lately.
No, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have.
That was
Ned,
hard.
I would have lost that challenge and sucked.
That was like the runway to whatever, to
But it
beat a
just goes
one.
to show when he tries, he can win easily.
That's what I'm saying. Like clearly, he has a really good memory.
Just need lots of prizes.
Prizes for him. Yeah.
Exactly, incentives.
It's really funny, actually. It's very interesting.
2 times now. He's won 20 grand to the brick.
Incentive.
Yeah.
Lucky them. I want 20 grand to the brick. I want just like 5 grand to the brick.
I just want $2,000.
I just want like a grand.
Right? Like, is that so much for flash? Or
Yeah, we're not asking for much
$10,000?
here.
No,
Give a screw with people for money.
money.
Give me a
$10,000.
net.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to be him again. I'm like, come here. Get over here. Oh, no, not you.
Dimitri!
I'm like, come on.
That would have been funny.
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Like, God damn it. Stop it. Oh, I
that's
was
so
gonna
funny.
say if so.
I knew you guys were gonna.
If you went
not
on this
funny.
zombie apocalypse.
Lately.
Okay,
Lately.
good.
I think they still smell like
Because I'm slapping that kid if he comes back in here and does it.
Yeah.
what's wrong?
No, you don't. Wasn't it your other hand, anyways?
Like, come here. He hasn't been
never
up here
gonna
in a
do that
while,
ever
though.
It doesn't
It's
smell
just-
at all.
Smell.
Yeah. Like
Really?
it definitely did yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like everything
I want to
I'm
smell
pretty sure even the last time I told you
Excuse
that
me.
it didn't, it did.
This is Dre's, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Stress.
Smell good.
No, you don't have to.
Huh?
You don't have to.
I don't have to do what?
Maybe
No,
I'll
I'm
make
just saying, like,
food.
never mind. I'm like
Yeah.
mocking you. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have fun with William.
I
Smack him
can't
extra
stop.
hard for me.
Sorry.
What the hell does he
So
want?
dumb.
I just want to run away.
What the hell does he?
And you in the house.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to.
I think you need a
I'm already
hug. I
outside.
think you need a
Karen
hug.
already gave me one.
You want another one?
She's not out of the funk yet.
No. Oh,
She's not out of her funk.
What's that?
It wasn't a very good one.
Oh, you're lying down. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you a legit one. I can't believe I never told you that story, actually. That was a good story.
Fun.
That one I just said with the helicopter.
Honestly, I dozed off, so you could tell me again too.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll tell you later. That was the most scared I've ever been at work. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to sleep out here tonight.
Yeah.
And like, literally, we're probably like 30 kilometers from like the nearest dirt
You tell
road.
me later.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Right.
I missed the majority of it.
Okay, I'll tell you later. It's a good bedtime story. What's up?
I'm just looking at that
Oh, I was like,
thing.
that thing.
I'm surprised it still stayed there after all these years. It's
I know.
still just
Yeah. Yeah, just wait one day. It'll be like broken into 2 pieces.
yeah.
I don't think your eye changes.
Does it?
I don't think so.
It just stays the exact same since you're small.
Yeah.
Color changes
Does it?
sometimes. No?
Like light brown. Yours are like super dark brown.
Your mine's are dark.
Dark.
It matches my heart.
No, it doesn't. That's funny though. Like you can barely see your pupils.
Shut up.
No,
Like,
that's
they're so black you can
Yeah.
barely see it.
that's sweet because like if you're like, which is weird because like usually like when you're drunk like that's like your eyes give it away, but
Ika, please go to the diary room.
I don't know why they're calling me.
See ya, Ike.
yeah.